Hi friends, in this video we are going to discuss about the concept of Y parameters. So Y parameters we can also call as admittance parameters, or we can also call as short circuit parameters. So why we are calling as short circuit parameters means in order to get these Y parameters, so we need to short circuit port 1 and port 2. So for example, if we can say that in case number 1, if we are short circuiting port 1, then the V1 is equal to 0, because in short circuit the voltage is 0. So if we are short circuiting port 1 means V1 is equal to 0, then substitute that value in the equations, the standard equation provided by the Y parameters, then you will get two parameters. And in case number 2, short circuit port number 2, it means V2 is equal to 0, because when we are short circuiting port 2, the value of V2 is 0, because in short circuit the value of voltage is 0. So that is the reason why if we are short circuiting port 2 means V2 is equal to 0, substitute that value in the standard expressions given by Y parameters, then you will get the another two parameters. Okay, so actually how many parameters are there means the total parameter, the total Y parameters are, so Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22. So all these are the Y parameters, or we can also call it as what? Admittance parameters. Now our target is to find all these parameters from this particular two-port network. Okay. Now coming to the point, that is what are the standard, so standard equations of Y parameters, the standard equations of Y parameters. So what are the standard equations of Y parameters? So those are I1 is equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2. Assume this is equation number 1. Now coming to second one, I2 is equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. Now assume equation number 2. Now we know that in order to find all these parameters, it means Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22. So in order to find these parameters, what we need to do? One time we need to short circuit port 1, then you will get two parameters. And in the second time we need to short circuit port 2, then you will get another two parameters. So for that, what we are doing, case number 1. Now I am going to considering the case number 1, that is, now see case number 1. Now short circuit port 1. Okay, short circuit port 1, it means what? If you are short circuiting means the value of V1 is equal to 0. Okay, so the value of V1 is equal to 0. So short circuit port 1, that is V1 is equal to 0. Now substitute this V1 in the standard equations. Those are what? From equation number 1 we can say that, so I1 is equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2. So from this, in this particular expression, substitute the value of V1 is equal to 0. Now instead of the value of V1, substitute the value of 0, that is I1 is equal to Y11, the value of V1 is 0, plus Y12, the value of V2. Now here if we are going to simplify 0 into something 0, it means I1 is equal to Y12 V2. Now from this we can write, so Y12 is equal to I1 divided by V2. Now the units of admittance always in mhos. The reverse of what? The unit of impedance. Because the unit of impedance is ohms, the reciprocal of impedance we are calling as admittance, and the unit of this one is mhos. Okay, mhos. Now coming to another one. Now coming to another parameter, it means what? From equation number 2, we can say that what is the equation number 2 actually? I2 is equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. So when we are short circuiting port 1, the value of V1 is 0. Now substitute that value here. So I2 is equal to, so Y21 into the value of V1 is 0. Now remaining Y22 V2. Now here I2 is equal to 0 into something, that is 0 into Y21 means 0. The remaining two terms are what? Y22 and V2. Now from this expression we can say that Y22 is equal to I2 divided by V2. Now again the unit of this Y22 parameter is what? Mohs. Now when we are short circuiting port 1, you got Y12 and Y22. Clear? Now coming to case number 2. Now case number 2, we are going to finding the value of remaining two parameters. Okay. Now case 2. Now in case 2, what we are doing? So short circuit port 2. That is what? If we are short circuiting port 2 means the value of V2 is equal to 0. Okay. So actually short circuiting means what? Short circuiting means whatever the network we are having. For example, I am drawing here. See, for example, this is the network we are having, for example. Now, so V1 in the left side and this is the port 2, that is V2. For example, this one is Z22, this one is Z11, and here this one is Z12 is equal to Z22. For example, we are having like this. Here short circuiting means what? Short circuiting means simply we can say that we are shorting this one. Instead of voltage applying, we are simply shorting like this. So if you are short circuiting means in the short circuit the value of V is equal to 0. That is the reason we are taking the value of V is equal to 0 like this. Now in case 2, what we are doing? We are short circuiting port 2 like this. We are short circuiting means the value of V2 is equal to what? 0. Here V1 is equal to 0. Here V2 is equal to 0. Okay. V1 is equal to 0 if we are short circuiting port 1. V2 is equal to 0 if we are short circuiting port 2. Okay. Like this. Now here we are short circuiting port 2. Now when we are short circuiting port 2, always this port 1 will always in the active position. It means what? It will supply voltage. Okay. V1 will supplying voltage. Clear? Now here short circuit port 2 means V2 is equal to 0. Now from expression number 1, substitute the value of V2 is equal to 0. That is I1 is equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2. Clear? Now I1 is equal to Y11. The value of V1 is there in the network. But coming to the V2, the value of V2 is 0. Now I1 is equal to Y11 V1, 0 into something 0. Clear? So that's why I1 is equal to Y11 V1. Now from this we can write Y11 is equal to I1 divided by V1, and the unit of this Y11 is always in mohs. Now coming to the remaining parameter, that is what? From equation number 2 we are having the expression of I2 is equal to Y21 V1 Y22 V2. Now the value of V2 is 0 when we are short circuiting port 2. So here I2 is equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22, the value of V2 is 0. Clear? Now from this we can write, so I2 is equal to Y21 V1 plus the value of this total 0 into something 0. Clear? That's why we can say that from this expression, so Y21 is equal to I2 divided by V1, and the unit of this one is mohs. Clear? Now finally we got all the parameters. So in case number 1 we are short circuiting port 1. We are short circuiting port 1 means the value of V1 is equal to 0. Now substitute that value of V1 in equation number 1 and 2. You will get two parameters. Those are Y12 is equal to I1 by V2. Y22 is equal to I2 by V2. Coming to case number 2, short circuit port 2, that is V2 is equal to 0. Then Substitute this V2 is equal to 0 in equation number 1 and 2. You will get the parameter y11 is equal to I1 by V1, and here y21 is equal to I2 by V1. Clear? So like this we need to get the values of what? The values of y parameters. But here the most important point is we are having some special names. We are having some special names for all these things. Here finally we got the expressions of what? So here y11 we got, y12 we got, y21 we got, as well as y22 also we got. Okay, actually y11 is what? I1 divided by V1. Okay, here we are calling as this y11 we can also call as short circuit driving point input admittance. Okay, so we are calling as short circuit driving point input admittance. Okay, so we are calling as short circuit driving point input admittance. Now we know the value of y21. So y21 is equal, y12 is equal to what? Y12 is equal to, we already got the expression. So y12 is equal to I1 divided by V2. So I1 divided by V2, and we are calling as short circuit reverse transfer admittance. Okay, so reverse transfer admittance. Okay, we are calling as what? Y12 we are calling as short circuit reverse transfer admittance. Now coming to y21. Y21 is what? Y21 is I2 divided by V1, that is equal to, we are calling as this one as short circuit forward transfer admittance. Okay, so forward transfer admittance. And the last one, that is y22 is called as y22. What is the expression of y22? Actually we got so y22 is equal to I2 divided by V2. So we are calling as, so short circuit driving point output admittance. Okay, so we are calling as all these parameters like this. Okay, y11 is equal to short circuit driving point input admittance, y12 is equal to short circuit reverse transfer admittance, and y21 is equal to short circuit forward transfer admittance, y22 is equal to short circuit driving point output admittance. Okay,